Also, another quick disclaimer here. This is not at all a hate America video. If you look at every single one of our videos, over 1,000, never ever have we said we hate America, and we never will, because it wouldn't be true. We absolutely cherish the original principles by which America was founded on. Hello everybody, welcome to Frank and Angie's Retire Earlier and Better at Home or Abroad. We made a video a while back about Trump's America, and we got a pretty serious letter response that I want to read to you today. And I just want to say a disclaimer. In no way do we want to sound like we're attributing these issues to the current administration. These are issues that have been ingrained within the immigration system there. But this letter came in and I just want you to hear it. The Trump administration has not fixed this problem. It's a serious problem, as you'll see. All right, so before we get to that though, I want to say that Poland's definitely safer than USA, and especially right now. Is it cheaper? It can be. It can be a lot cheaper, but you can also spend just as much. It just depends on who you are and how good you are. It just depends on who you are. If you're a life hacker like we are, you know, I can live just as cheaply in the U.S. as I can in Poland. Although, so we got safety, we got cost of living. What about conveniences? There's lots of conveniences here as far as shopping. Amazon's not quite as developed here. You have to, you know, maybe there's something I need to figure out about it, but the transportation system's a lot better here. And one of the main issues, of course, is language. In the city, the big city, there are quite a few people that do speak English, but once you get out of that area, it definitely drops to seriously low levels of English speaking, as we usually do venture out, and we did venture out. All right, so let's get to this letter, because I see the seriousness in it, and see what you think.
And here's the email. I recently tried to board a plane in New York with my U.S. citizen spouse. Although the airline blamed it on COVID, I was denied by U.S. immigration. Spouses of U.S. citizens are an exception to the EU travel ban, the COVID travel ban. So I carry a EU visa waiver country passport, and my ESTA, which is electronic authorization, had been approved. So there was no lawful bar to entry in the U.S. It appears to be a U.S. immigration bureaucratic entanglement of Rule XYZ PDQ, and you have to fill out this form, etc., 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 etc. Keep in mind we carry a U.S. marriage certificate since we were married in USA many years ago, and have immediate family and other relatives in USA that are U.S. citizens. All right, so the person has a wife and other immediate relatives that are U.S. citizens for reasons, and is from a visa waiver country. For reasons that are beyond comprehension, even while traveling with my U.S. citizen spouse, I have not been able to go visit my mother, whom is dying of lung cancer as we speak, and is a U.S. citizen. This is a serious matter. This is not this is not a light matter. Here in another letter, he describes the process that he's going through. Yes, it is possible to request an expedite. So he's requesting an expedite because he's being asked to put an application in. So this is what we covered in the other video that we made about this, and even this is the lawyer's response that he received when asking regarding his mother that's dying of lung cancer, can that be a reason to expedite this process? And the lawyer's response is, yes, it is possible to request an expedite. Even when the U.S. government is running normally, though, many expedite requests are ignored. Wow. Wow. Are they ignored with good cause? I don't know. They can be successful. Listen to this. If a good immigration officer happens to review the request and agrees to process the expedite. So, a good immigration officer. Well, they should all be good immigration officers. This is what I was talking about in the other video. Is it just discretionary power? So much discretionary power in one person. And so you're playing Russian roulette with COVID-19. We are seeing things run more slowly, and expedites are not common. So she's not giving any hope on that, which is really sad. There are 3 agencies that must agree to it: USCIS, NVC, and Consulate. And the consulates are running short-staffed right now. I imagine that would be foreign consulate. Many continue to have temporarily suspended services. Well, that's what I was saying in the other video. Is it's just too many hoops. There should be nothing. None of this should have to be done. If you want to apply, I can tell you what you need to do. Blah 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 blah.
All right, so in that video we talked about the injustices in the U.S. Immigration Department as it relates to U.S. citizens that are married to foreign spouses that under certain circumstances prohibit them from being united, at least for a time, if not forever in some cases, which is, if you talk about family values, it's giving lip service. This issue does not exist in many other countries. So this is a serious issue, so let's move on. Also, another quick disclaimer here. This is not at all a hate America video. If you look at every single one of our videos, over 1,000, never ever have we said we hate America, and we never will, because it wouldn't be true. We absolutely cherish the original principles by which America was founded on. And the key there is that an honest judiciary to adhere to those principles is what's necessary in order to live that life of pursuit of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, which is the American dream. So we absolutely cherish those principles and love the America that was founded on those principles. So don't misunderstand the video. It is very specific. So yeah, and by the way, when we left America, we had people say to us, don't you think that the U.S. Constitution is the best in the world? And the answer to that is yes. If you have honest judges that adhere to it, what's the use of a piece of paper if that's all it is? You've got to implement it. And any nation, country that wants to be great should pay attention to this Constitution and adhere to it and copy it. That's our opinion, of course. And millions of people in the days of old left their authoritarian, failing countries to come to this new America, the new nation, the new country, America, and its Constitution. Millions.